I'm Euge Valovirta, and this one is about Josh Middleton's IR pack. The pack has been out already a few years, but he has just relaunched it under his MDL TONE brand. Let's listen to the song first that he just heard a snippet. I originally wrote the song for my Charvel's J.K. Lee guitar video, but decided to use it on this one because it's a pretty cool song. So let's listen to the song first, then let's go through the mix quickly, what IRs I use and what gear I used in general. And then I'm also going to compare the IRs for my real cabinets, because those IRs that Josh has created, this Mesa Boogie V30 cabinet, Marshall cabinet with EVH speakers, mic with 57 MD421, I have those exact same cabinets. Well, not exactly Josh's cabinets, but my cabinets. So you'll hear how close they are to my cabinets. All right, let's listen to the song and rock and roll. Alright, so this is the song, and for drums I'm using Josh's MDL Tones Ultimate Heavy Drums. Let's listen to them first so you'll hear how they sound. Let's start from the main riff. And most of the processing I've done inside here, I have created a few of my own presets. This is called EV Basic Snare Sustain. And then I do a little bit of processing afterwards. So I have a tape simulator, parallel compressor. This is Black Salt Audio's great compressor, EQ, saturation, whatnot. This has replaced many plugins of my drum bus. Then Soothe, just to smooth out a little bit of the top end cymbals. And then SSL 4000E, just for the color. There's nothing else going on. But I have the THD so it adds a nice thickness. So I'm gonna bypass these all now, and then I'm gonna engage them so you'll hear. So those are the drums. The bass, is a combination of 3 different sounds. One performance, I used my ESP LTD CYHRA 87. The main bass is Boogren's bass knob. The bass low is Boogren's bass knob set to clean, and pretty much everything below 300 taken off. And the clank, the pick attack, is Softube's Marshall Murder 1. Sounds like this. And I'm sending the main bass to, you know, Yamaha SP90 Symphonic preset, just to widen it up a bit. Alright, that's that. Then, the guitars, the gear. So the signal chain. One of my ESP customs from 80s, I believe this is from 87, M1 custom with EMG 85 and SA pickups. Then into the pedal board, but I didn't have nothing on in there. Into my Jose modded Plexi by a fantastic amp tech here in Switzerland called Eric Studer, so it has tons of more gain and master volume. And then I almost did into my Mesa Boogie cabinet mic'd with 57 and Royer 121 or 57 and MD421, but no, it's just this impulse response. So the Marshall goes into the power station. From the power station's direct out, it goes into quad cortex, and here I have, you know, just these impulse responses. So this what I used is this, I've named it Mesa MDL Raw Mesa V30. So there is 57 on the 0.3 position, then a little bit of 421, same speaker, same cabinet. And this is what I used on both guitars. The left guitar was when I filmed myself and played the solo, then I just cut it the solo and put it to this solo track, solo bus, where there is some delay. Delay is the Sound Choice Echo Boy, and then a little bit of Eventide A3000 harmonizer. That's the lead sound. It's just the same sound as the rhythm sound. Just delay and harmonizer added. EQ and everything is the same. Okay, so let's listen the guitars now. So I used the raw you know, un-EQ'd things, and I added Soothe, just to take off a little bit of the C4, you know, taming down the few occasional chung-chung stuff in there. Then a little bit EQing, so I'm boosting 16K, taking out some 4K, some 500, and boosting a little bit of 83.3. The low cut is at 55 point whatever it was, and the high cut is at, which low pass is high cut, high pass is low cut. So this was 8K. And then I did a little bit, you know, I took out some like dB or 2 certain frequencies. So let me show you what it doesn't do much. And basically, I'm not changing the sound basically at all. I'm just shaping it a little bit to fit to the overall mix a bit better, but not really changing anything. Just adding some good stuff, taking some little bit of some bad stuff out, and that's it. So that's the mix, and this is stereo track, but it's hard left and hard right panned, because, you know, from the quad cortex I have outputs going to my Pro Tools Carbon audio interface, you know, left and right. So it's I didn't want to change it to mono, because that's just how I set it up. So basically it's mono, even though it's stereo track, because it's hardband left and right. Then let's check out some sounds. So this is the IR, or 2 IRs I used, on the song. So it's cabinet 1, which is oversized Mesa slanted from 2003, I believe. Josh's cabinet 57, position 03. And the second IR is same cabinet, same speaker, Sennheiser MD421, position 3. Sounds like this. Then let's compare it to my personal cabinet. It's oversized Mesa from 94, and my favorite speaker is top right one. So I have a 57 there and MD421. They sound really close. Josh's IRs, what I used, they're a little bit brighter, so either his cabinet, his speakers are just a bit brighter than mine, could be because mine is one of the earliest ones ever made, like I said, from 94, and I believe Josh's cabinet is from 2003, or then his mic positions on these particular IRs are just a little bit more towards the center than what I have, but basically it's the same. I could, if I would go there and move the mics a little bit, I could pretty match it. And you know how it is, every speaker, every cabinet is a little bit different. I have actually my favorite cabinets where I have this Fredman miking technique 257s, that is a little bit brighter, so if I would have those 57s and this 421 on that speaker, it might be spot on, like what Josh's IR does. So yeah, this is great, and EQ wise, there's nothing going on. This is just acting as a like a preamp, mic pre. Okay, then let's check out some other Josh's IRs. So let's mute my cabinet and Josh's cabinet. So what else we have? Though then there's a mixed version where Josh has mixed. Let's see how that compares to the raw IR. So he has pretty much done what I did, what I just showed you in the mix. So I'm boosting up some highs and taking out, some lows away. So it just fits, cuts through a bit better. This is a little bit with the Marshall. So let me change it to the 5150. So now the signal chain is bus SD1 5150. Settings, pre-gain, hair below 3, lows, hair below 6. Mids 3, highs hair below 5, post gain aka master volume 3, resonance hair below 6, presence 8, and the Josh's MDL Mix Mesa V30 IR. Compared to Plexi, Yeah, this mix works a bit better with 5150. The top end was a little bit too with the Plexi. Back to the raw. A lot darker. And let's compare this my cabinet with the 5150. Yeah, Josh's cabinet or mic placement is just a little bit brighter than mine, but you know, same sound. Then what there is a EVH. So I believe this cabinet is a straight Marshall cabinet with EVH greenbacks. I have straight Marshall 9060BX cabinet where I have two EVH speakers and two 25-watt greenbacks that the cabinet, the 9060BX, comes from. So let's listen to this raw. Again, I'm with the 5150. Yes. It's a little bit like this, you know, typical kind of greenback thing. Let's switch to Josh's mixed IR. So yeah, he has cut out some low mid and some lows and added some top. Just what I would do. Okay, then let me switch from the EVH Marshall to the P30 Boogie. Yeah, V30 is just more mid, tighter lows. Okay, then let's check out these with a clean amp. So this is ADA MP1 solid state clean channel with a bit of chorus, which is like a Roland JC120 into Peavey 5152's power amp, and now the MDL Mix Mesa IR. Then into the greenback. You get now this shimmer. Raw greenback, EVH greenback. Okay, this is the Mesa V30 raw. Let's switch to my real cabinet. This is great. Okay, then let's switch back to the 5150 with SD1. And let's now not just the 57. Let's check out just my 57. Conclusion. Absolutely fantastic IRs. I will definitely use this with my quad cortex when we're going out to play with CYHRA. By the time this is out, I might be on the road, and I have captured all of my amps to the quad cortex, but I haven't captured my cabinet. I haven't made any IRs of those because you know, I just haven't. Maybe I'll do that someday, but I basically have my cabinets here on MDL TONES pack. So let's see if I'll ever find time to actually capture mine, because this is pretty much mine. Great stuff. There's not a lot of options, which I like, but all the options sounds great. There's a, you know, a little bit brighter captures, a little bit darker captures, two great microphones that are like, you know, industry standard. I use Royer 121 also a lot, which gives me a little bit different sound than what the MD421 gives. Royer kind of captures how the cabinet sounds when you're, you know, standing in front of it, because it picks up the signal from 20 Hz to 20K, and it's pretty much flat. And then, you know, you blend that in. MD421 is a little bit different, but a great pair for 57, just to add a little bit weight. Those two pairs, I actually have three favorite pairs that I use. 57 with a MD421, 57 with a Royer 121, or then two 57s in a Fredman style. And sometimes just a 57 works. I'll put link to Josh's MDL TONES website where you can check this out. Strong recommendation. Thanks for watching. Until next time, take care. Bye.